These cheeseheads are something else. Let's quiet them down.
Hottest team in the land coming through.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. And now we've got a chance to check out multiple seasons of assist numbers. And what has been the trend for Damian Lillard?
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defenses.
And now the Lakers starting group. Mr. Incredible is out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Williams. Then it's Connect. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4. And for the Bucks, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Rozier. And it's Highsmith in at the 3 slot. And Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
So the Bucks win the tip. Outside Rozier. Back to Antetokounmpo. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
And the basket by Lillard.
Dame with a strong finish at the rim. Boy, can he pack a punch.
And Special K, as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game, he definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym-like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
Pass to Highsmith. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Lopez, a screen on Vanderbilt. Here's Giannis. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Here is Mr. Incredible, covered by Lillard. Here's Vanderbilt. Knocked loose. Here is Lillard. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Here's Williams, and Williams throws it down.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
And the Bucks with possession here after the basket by the Lakers. Lillard with a screen for Rozier. And the Bucks miss again. Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Mr. Incredible, the pass to Vanderbilt. Reeves in the corner. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. Back to Vanderbilt. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
He doesn't get the second one. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Vanderbilt against Giannis. Trying to get something going. And the dunk by Giannis.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Here is Mr. Incredible, covered by Lillard. Mr. Incredible can't get it to go. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Three-pointer, Lillard sinks the triple. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
1:15 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's to Lopez. Rozier looking around. Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, Lillard has those ups. He can get to the rim when he wants to.
And here is Vanderbilt, covered by Giannis. Connect with a wide-open look. Offline with his three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Highsmith. The Bucks working the ball around. Lillard misses. Lakers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Right wing. Now Reeves. Here's Connect. Nailed from three-point land.
That's a high IQ pass by Reeves. He sets up the guy who's most open.
Lillard up top. Right on the bucket. He's got 9.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Milwaukee Bucks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with. Substitution here for the Lakers. Williams, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. Austin Reeves is checked in for Gabe Vincent. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Luka Doncic. On the wing, Giannis. Vanderbilt defending. Antetokounmpo against Vanderbilt. And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That is his first foul of the game. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Giannis slashing. Giannis dunks it down.
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Terry Rozier is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Highsmith in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Cavaliers delivered in a big way. He scored 10 points, and it was impressive how many times he was able to get himself to the foul line and capitalize. And this team is on a hot streak. His play is a big reason why. We'll see if that continues. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy, and they need his talent on the floor.
And the points coming for them now, Greg and Bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Rozier, the pass to Giannis. From range, Giannis takes it.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, which should help them cut into that deficit.
Here is Mr. Incredible, covered by Lillard. Bucket is good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Bucks trail by 4. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard for the 3. The rebound by the Lakers. And the win streak they're on right now, tying the Warriors' record of 24 wins back in 2016. This group is really clicking.
And what's crazy about it is the teams they've knocked off. I mean, they have been dominating during this stretch. It's basically been the whole league that has felt the wrath of this crew. They're in the conversation now for one of the all-time great teams. They've got the target on the back, but it doesn't seem to bother them one iota. All they do is continue to win.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Lillard.
Gotta like that attacking mindset of Lillard. I mean, very confident in his ability to score and finish inside. Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now. And so far, no go.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this.
And thank you for joining us as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Everything they touch on the offensive end right now is turning to goal. It makes life easy when most of your play calls are working.
Yeah, they came in with the right approach, and the execution, spectacular. And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
This upcoming slate is a gut check for them. Good teams level up against good opponents. Bad teams crumble.
Either way, Shaq, I think this is a chance for them to improve, which often happens when you're exposed.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And Mr. Incredible has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Mark, we've got some incredible talents in this league, and you know how skilled big men are today. Wow, it is something to watch.
It really is, Kevin. I mean, you almost feel like every 7-footer in the league is a capable perimeter shooter that can consistently make threes. Man, the game has certainly changed, and I actually enjoy it. I mean, the evolution of big guys being able to stroke it that consistently is pretty fun to watch.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Williams is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Connect. Then there's Mr. Incredible. And it's Reeves in at the 2-guard spot.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
and how. I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Rozier kicks to Lopez. Pass to Highsmith. Shot clock at 5. And rebounded by Connect. Lakers leading by 10. Here is Mr. Incredible. Out left to the wing. Connect with it. There's the triple. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Pass to Mr. Incredible. The Lakers moving the ball around. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Lopez sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He is certainly one of the few true franchise cornerstones in the league. Few guys can take over a game like the Greek Freak.
Shots good by Mr. Incredible.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Bucks trail by 9. Giannis dishes to Lopez. Pass to Lillard. From the arc. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Lillard, the pass to Rozier. Lopez with the ball. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. The layup off target.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
Lillard, the pass to Green. Back to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Wow, the skill of Lillard to get his shot through while getting the whistle.
Hatchimer is checked in for Vanderbilt. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps the players' trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Reeves can't hit. Bucks trail by 9. Rozier kicks to Lillard. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Here's Boone. The rebound by the Bucks.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here's Lillard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now it's only a 5-point Laker lead.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Here's Connect. Connects from three-point range. Connects got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Los Angeles. There's 38 seconds left in the third. Jackson from long range. Reeves with the rebound. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
There's Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 26 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys. Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Jackson passes to Rozier. Lets it go from deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Lakers ahead, up by 8. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Let's get stops. Focus on the stops. If you like your shots and they start falling, you still got to get stopped. Hang on your defense.
And that's Doc Rivers doing some simple math for it. Some changes here for the Bucks. Highsmith is checked in, and Terry Rozier subbed in for Jackson. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Williams is checked in for Luke Cornett. Vanderbilt comes in for Rui Hachimura. Austin Reeves is checked in for Vincent, and it's Mr. Incredible in for Doncic. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Vanderbilt. Williams has a screen for Reeves. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Lakers lead by 17.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
We've got Green, Damian Lillard out there with Rozier, and then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Highsmith in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
So dangerous off the pick and roll. Lillard only needs a little bit of room.
Mr. Incredible, the pass to Reeves. Here's Boone, and again it's the Lakers.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
That one is off. Can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with. A beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him. An attitude of joy and unselfishness.
Here's Connect. Misses the 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Outside Rozier. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Rozier. Hands it from downtown. Rozier's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Rozier doing good work that time in the pick and roll.
We've got a chance to check up on Brook Lopez's status. David?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Bucks head athletic trainer. And after looking at it, he's told me that it doesn't appear as serious as they initially thought. This was a team that was struggling a bit, so losing him hurts extra. But they have to cope with the loss. Back to you.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And Antetokounmpo inside. He's guarded by Williams. He gets that one.
Amazing to watch Antetokounmpo will these shots in, refusing to concede to the defense.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Lakers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And that's going to do it for the season series between these two teams. It's clear who had the better game plan and better execution, and that's why they'll finish up 2-0 against the Bucks.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Mr. Incredible.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
6 to shoot. With a floater. That shot off. Good D by Williams. Here is Mr. Incredible, covered by Lillard. Here's Boone. Knocks down the 3-ball. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Solid effort tonight on both ends. These fans make a lot of noise. Let's quiet. MP, you're my favorite player, man. Always deliver.
Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for Los Angeles. On Wednesday, they'll be playing the Rockets in Houston. And then on Thursday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And looking at the Minnesota matchup, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
Here are the 5 for the Lakers. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Williams. Then it's Connect. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point guard. And for Boston, the perimeter pairing. It's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Pritchard in at the point. All right, Doris, we're a good ways into the season now. You think most teams are where they should be in terms of their game?
You know, it's so interesting to me, Brian, because what we do every season is we sort of break teams into tiers. Who are the true contenders? Typically, that's 3-4 teams max. Then you get the next level of teams that are going to be playoff performers. We know that. How competitive they are. Are they 1 piece away, 2 pieces away? It's an interesting question. I'm not sure there's a definitive answer. What a weapon the 3 has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
And here's Connect outside. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Outside Tatum. For 3, Porzingis. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Now Los Angeles with it. And can anyone stop this team right now? They've won a stunning 25 games in a row, and there seems to be no end in sight.
What's striking to me about this incredible streak is that in the course of a season, you might have an injury, you might have a bad shooting night, maybe your defensive game plan wasn't strong at the outset, and yet they grind night after night, come up with different ways to win. The commitment it takes to be on this kind of run is something else.
Here's Mr. Incredible. And he converts the layup.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
For Boston, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Outside, Brown. White, the pass to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Puts one up from 19. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Easy money for Kristaps Porzingis. That's 7-3 we're talking about.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And Los Angeles making a change here. Hachimura's checked in. And let's take a look at the leaderboard and see which players were the top shooters from three-point land this past month. Austin Reeves on top. Second is Rui Hachimura.
Their consistency from range is unbelievable. It's what every team in the league is looking for these days.
From deep, Reeves. And he buries his first look.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Celtics trail by 3. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He picked up 29 points, and what an offensive performance overall, turning in a new season high for him in points. He had his fingerprints on every part of the game. We'll see how he's able to impact things tonight, Brian.
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Here's Reeves, following the bucket by Boston. He buries it from 3. Reeves has got 6.
Well, there are times where the court vision gets questioned, but Rui Hachimura, the delivery, sets up his teammate. Really well done. Pritchard,
the pass to Tatum. Shot from 12. The shot that time not on target.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP belt.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
On the wing, Hachimura. Pass to Connect. Takes the three. Drops in the three. Connect's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Brown. Williams grabs the board. Here are the Lakers now. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Connect. Here's Mr. Incredible, defended by Brown. And the basket is good.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And Brown has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 7, coming off that win against the Sixers.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's Los Angeles up 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Porzingis has checked in for Wiseman. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Trent. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Celtics trail by 7. And so in the game for Los Angeles. Connect is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Williams. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point guard position. To the wing, right side. Doncic outside. There's the triple. Doncic, count it.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
Outside, Brown. Outside Tatum. Will it go? And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Tatum's got 6 here in the quarter.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Brown gets the bucket. All right, Doris, what do you think separates the good teams from the great teams in crunch time?
Boy, I think there's a lot of things, Brian, that separate that. Number one, can you execute on both ends when it's a clutch game? Can you absorb the pressure of a moment, understanding time and score, how to get a quality shot on every possession, how to string together multiple stops? Can you make shots under duress of great defense? There are so many things that differentiate between the good and the championship.
Here's White. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And he gets it back. Porzingis passes to Pritchard. The kick to Tatum. Second chance shot. Doncic pulls down the board. The Lakers lead by 5. Here's Mr. Incredible, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. And here's Connect outside. bucket makes him 3 for 5.
He nailed 2 from distance in the opening period. Now gets this one.
The Celtics have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Back to Tatum. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Back to Tatum. Launches it. That won't go either for Tatum. Hachimura outside. Pass to connect from deep. There's the 3. And so it's Los Angeles earning this break in the action, up 10. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, I know they're technically underdogs, but they don't think that. They think they're coming out with a W, man.
A positive group with a lot of confidence. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Los Angeles Lakers.
A key part of this one, their bench production. Those guys can heat it up in a hurry. Give the starters a little rest. Can't ask for more than that.
Wash, rinse, repeat. You guys wouldn't understand that because it involves shampooing. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Los Angeles leading by 10. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Williams passes to Reeves. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
These are his first free throws of the game. That one misses. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you've got size and length, so Kristaps Porzingis, the extra possession.
Get outside, get outside.
Pass to connect. Here's Mr. Incredible. Shot clock at 6. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Mr. Incredible's got 6.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
There's Tatum with the 3. And no good.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
Here's Connect. 11 points in the game. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Outside, Brown. Over Connect. And it falls all over the rim and in. He has 6.
Well, you catch the defense off guard by being willing to fire as soon as the ball touches your hands.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Brown passes to Tatum. Over Reeves. And it's Tatum missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Pass to Brown. Back to White. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Reeves. Pulls up, high post. The shot's good. Reeves has got 11.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Stolen by Vanderbilt. Here's Connect. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics trail by 15. JT to the hole. Pritchard, the pass to Porzingis. Fades. Again, the miss by Boston. Los Angeles has gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Mr. Incredible. Count it. Good. Give him 8.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Boston's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Yeah, I think one thing Coach will address.
Tatum. He's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Brown. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Trent. And Grant with the 65 games rule for player awards. It did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The Stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
And so in the game for the Lakers, they've got Luke Cornett. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Mr. Incredible in at the 1.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in this second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Outside Finney-Smith. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Doncic outside. Nice shot by Finney-Smith. And the Lakers lead by 18.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And Boston with some changes. Porzingis has checked in for Wiseman. Jaylen Brown comes in for Trent. And it's White in for Holiday. And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Williams has checked in for Cornett. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. Connect's checked in for Finney-Smith. And Austin Reeves is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Porzingis up top. Williams defending. Porzingis passes to Pritchard. 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to connect. And he makes it on the layup.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Here's Porzingis. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence. There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
On the wing, Reeves. Pass to Connect. Outside Reeves. Here's Connect. Fires the 3. Sinks it from distance.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Lakers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this will give them their 28th win of the year.
And this team really wanted to at least split this season series.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Luka Doncic.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Gets the 3 to fall. There's 42 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Williams. Here's Mr. Incredible. Boston pulls it in. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Pritchard. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Way to bring home that W. Gotta love H-Town. This city shows a hoop of love. About to get ready to light it up tonight.
And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. You take a look at the Mavericks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they just understand how good they really are. One of the biggest hurdles is to avoid complacency, though, down the stretch.
And now the Lakers starting group. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Connect. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Williams. And it's Boone in at the 1. And for the Rockets, the post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Green is out there with Shepard. And it's Thompson in at the 3. RJ, this one has a bit of an old school feel to it, doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
Here is Mr. Incredible. Pass to Connect. Reeves outside. It's an open look and hits.
Just so skilled in that screen and roll. I like watching Reeves break down the defense.
And here is Şengün. Outside, Green. Şengün with a screen on Reeves. Hits the three-point bomb.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now, here's Green. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Connect. No good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
RJ, the Rockets don't just have young talent. They have elite young talent.
Yeah, you can have all the high draft picks in the world. That doesn't mean you're going to hit on the right guys. But Houston, they certainly have.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Smith. Rebound by Williams. LA's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Spins. Reeves the pass to Boone. Out to the wing. Green against Reeves. For 3. Thompson with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Pass to Shepard. Houston moving the ball around. And the wide open shot from Green. Another miss by Houston.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Reeves the pass to Boone. There's Vanderbilt. Reeves finds Vanderbilt. Sinks the three-pointer. Vanderbilt's got 6.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Shepard with the ball. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against Boston put on a show. He scored 12 points and he added 4 rebounds to his stat line. And not only has he been great, the team is clicking right now. Now his play has been a huge reason why they're playing great. We'll see if they can keep it up. Guys?
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
I completely agree. They should go to him early. If he gets hot, I think another big game is coming.
Now, here's Thompson after the miss from Boone. They need this one. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And the Rockets making a change here. Brooks checked in. 1:44 left here in the opening quarter. Mr. Incredible, the pass to Williams. Now Reeves fires the three. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Smith kicks to Brooks. It's Şengün, top of the key. Over Williams. Şengün, no good. Lakers leading by 5. And Alperen Şengün continues to prove himself, RJ, as one of the game's most promising big men.
Oh, a lot of it is because of his passing ability, Kevin. Shades of Nikola Jokic out there. Having a big man who can distribute like Şengün is a real luxury.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Whitmore. Takes the three. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Boone. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Thompson looking for an opening. Here's Whitmore. A three-pointer, no good. Lakers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. And it's Connect in the corner. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Hachimura, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Thompson kicks to Şengün. To the paint. Here's Brooks. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Here's Boone. That's good from 17 feet away. Mr. Incredible's got 5 now. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the second. Making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Jalen Smith. Thompson comes in for Prince. And Shepard subbed in for Cam Whitmore. And then for the Lakers, Williams, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Connect comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Vincent. Rockets trail by 7. We've got Alperen Şengün. Thompson is out there with Brooks. Then there's Shepard. And it's Green in at the 2-guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Brooks misses. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here is Mr. Incredible. This game he had 12. Rocket 6. Doncic passes to Boone. Over Brooks. Shots good by Mr. Incredible. He has 7. Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Thompson outside. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
But it helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker. I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. They trail by 7. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Okay, look, when you play aggressively, you can really get to the line. Just ask him.
So it's the Lakers now. After Jalen Green's miss, here's the floater. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That free throw good from Boone. Smith checked in for Brooks. The Lakers also changing it up. Vanderbilt's checked in for Rui Hachimura. And it's Austin Reeves in for Doncic.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Smith finds Şengün. Thompson from long range bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got 8.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmad will blow right by you.
Here's Mr. Incredible. He's got 9. Reeves outside. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. Green for 2 points. And the Lakers lead by 8.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And we've finished one half of basketball. Lakers ahead. They lead by 8. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everybody. We'll get things going with a look at who might be participating in the upcoming three-point contest.
Some really interesting names here. So many great shooters in the league. That said, I know who I would pick. Shaq?
Shaq Shadama says you've picked the wrong guy, Kenny.
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Houston Rockets.
Well, they're getting up a lot of threes, but the percentages are not the best.
Yeah, that defense can live with them shooting in the low 30s. They got to create better looks. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Mr. Incredible with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Connect out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Williams. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Boone in at the point. RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half the season. But we're not very patient with them. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you played every team, you understand the defensive concept, you might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them, if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Reeves with the screen for Connect. And that one drops. Connect's got 11 points.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Outside, Green. Thompson in the corner. Smith outside from past the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Reeves outside. Here's Boone. Count that one. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
Okay, let's take a look at Alperen Sengun.
His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
And here's a look at some numbers for Jalen Green.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
That one is no good. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
Rockets trail by 14.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
To stop the run, a rebound by the Lakers. Williams has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. The shot by Thompson, no good. Lakers leading by 14. Here's Connect. Lays it up and banks it in. And that's 13 points for Dalton Connect.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Here's Shepard. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. Pass to Connect. Here is Mr. Incredible. He's got 14. That one good for 2. Mr. Incredible's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Shepard, the pass to Smith. Green with the ball. A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. And it's Green sliding it down.
If that doesn't belong in the dunk contest, then I don't know what was. That is an impressive finish there by Green.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's going to have... Making some changes. Dylan Brooks. He's checked in for Jabari Smith. Prince comes in for Thompson. And Shepard subbed in for Green. Mr. Incredible, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Brooks is out there with Alperen Sengun. Then there's Prince. Then there's Shepard. And it's Whitmore in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Mr. Incredible, the pass to Doncic. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. It's Prince on the wing. Drills the three-pointer.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Los Angeles leading by 20. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Doncic right side. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Oh, that's blocked.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Hachimura setting the pick for Doncic. Good on the triple. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Out to the right wing. Hachimura kicks to Boone. Over Shepherd. Mr. Incredible can't get it to go. Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Şengün. Now Shepherd. He's covered by Boone. Shot clock at 6. The 9-foot shot. Here's Shepherd. Rebounded by the Lakers. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here is Hachimura. Here's Boone. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Pass to Shepherd. No good on the triple.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
Lets the 3 fly. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Here is Mr. Incredible. He tries for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Good job, MP. I see. I gotta get up early tomorrow to wait in line for some barbecue. No overtime.
Showtime,
okay?
MP. True ballers only.
Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any indication, the Mavericks certainly look ready too. Season's greetings and Merry Christmas to everyone joining us here at 2K Sports. It's time for a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've been outstanding halfway through this season, looking cohesive and playing for one another. And checking out Dallas, pretty far behind right now.
When I look at the Lakers, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Williams, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Connect. Then it's Austin Reeves, and it's Mr. Incredible in at the 1. And for the Mavericks, they've got Dante Exum. Anthony Davis is out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Christie in at the 2 guard. Well, Grant, there's a lot to love about Christmas Day, not the least of which are the great NBA matchups we always get.
Oh, B.A., we've seen some Christmas classics over the years, haven't we? Something about playing on this holiday brings out the best in players and teams.
Here's Mr. Incredible, coming off a terrific game against Houston. Williams with the screen, and here's Reeves outside. Nails it from 3.
Shooting from a rock-solid base, that gives Austin just the added range he was looking for.
Monk passes to Christie. Outside Monk. Davis against Vanderbilt. Davis can't hit. And here's Connect outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
They definitely came into that one hoping to be competitive. Unfortunately, they were anything but.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
Left side Reeves. Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to Mr. Incredible. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
6 on the shot clock. Lively passes to Monk. Drives to the hoop. Yep, that one goes.
Even when you body Monk up, he can still power through, especially on the drive, where he's lethal with his strength and athleticism.
Here's Mr. Incredible. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Outside Vanderbilt. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from deep.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Pass to Davis. Vanderbilt pulls it in. The Lakers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Mr. Incredible passes to Reeves. Outside, Williams. Outside Reeves. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Reeves has got 5 now.
I love when Reeves has the ball in his hands. He's crafty and he always seems to make things happen.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And last time against this squad, they struggled to make free throws.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, you think about it, they didn't knock them down at the same rate, and that hurt them.
Hardy, he's checked in for Dallas. The Lakers also with a sub. Hachimura's checked in for Vanderbilt. Pass to Hardy. Hachimura against Davis. Over Hachimura. Again, the miss by Dallas.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Here's Mr. Incredible. It's tipped.
When Lively's on you like this, with all his size and length, it's hard to get a shot off on him.
To the middle. Here's Davis. Rebounded by the Lakers. These guys are unreal. 27 straight victories, which ties the win total of that star-studded Miami Heat team back in 2013.
Guys, I tell you what, they're playing some of the best basketball that I've ever seen. I mean, they look virtually unbeatable. The key now is they continue to try to strive for consistency, to be ready to handle whenever the next loss does come up. That's going to be the key, bouncing back when they do have somebody in this streak.
So it's Los Angeles now. The Mavs get their last shot to go. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. And that one's good. Connect.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Lively. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Outside Monk. From outside the arc. Offensive board. Pass to Christie. Outside Monk. Davis a screen. And it's Monk missing. Here's Mr. Incredible. Check by Davis. Mr. Incredible passes to Williams. And here's Connect outside. The shot, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. Back after this. And welcome. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Anthony Davis comes in for Martin. And Ellis is subbed in for Exum. Mavericks trail by 7. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Rui Hachimura is out there with Connect. Then it's Williams. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Mr. Incredible in a point guard. And it's Washington missing. The Lakers have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Hallie.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Rockets got the job done. He tallied 21 points, and he didn't need a ton of extra possessions to get to that total. Everything's been working for them. We'll see if they can keep it going tonight. Brian?
Yeah, got it. We saw him play in attack mode the other day. We'll see if he can keep it up in this one.
You know, I think he can. A repeat performance should be no problem for him.
You know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
The three from Washington. Williams grabs the board. Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's Mr. Incredible, and it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts. And so it's Dallas with it. Here's Ellis. We've got 1:08 left in the first half. The three from Washington fires in the triple. Washington's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's a stretch forward now with a dangerous outside shot. Washington loves letting that one fly from there.
Mr. Incredible passes to Hachimura, and here's Connect outside. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Outside Davis. AD doing what he does.
High above the rim. Not many guys have that kind of length and verticality. I mean, Davis, one of the very few.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Clock at 6. And again, it's the Lakers.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Now here's Davis. With the floater. And so it's Los Angeles. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story, things are going well for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making threes. That's why they're ahead.
I can't even begin to tell you how profound that was, big fella. Let's turn our attention to the three-point shootout and highlight some of the top candidates.
The three-point contest only grows in popularity. Hard to pick the favorite here. All these guys are knockdown shooters.
Certain to be a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Nice game. Great performance by Austin Reeves.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Anthony Davis. Also Derek Lively out there. Dante Exum is out there with Malik Monk. And it's Christie in at the 2. That's Jason Kidd's 5 as we get into the second half. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Here's Monk following the score by the Lakers. Pass to Davis. Over Vanderbilt. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Davis has got his second basket on the night.
Well, I tell you what, Davis is at his best around the basket, but the mid-range shot is a big part of his game, too. Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And so Monk will bring it up for Dallas. 7-point differential. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Exum outside. Outside Davis. The three. And it's Connect with a rebound. Los Angeles leading by 7. Pass to Williams. On the wing, Reeves. Here's Connect. Vanderbilt with a screen. Connect with the 3. Connect's got 9.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. All right, a chance to check out stats for Anthony Davis.
Over his last 10 games, his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better. He looks very confident from deep. There's no doubt he's got the green light to shoot from his coaching staff.
Now here's Lively, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Here's Monk. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, when you look at Monk's shot mechanics, they're really solid. Even with the foul, he completed his follow-through in his shooting motion.
For Dallas, Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Prosper comes in for Exum, and it's Martin in for Monk. And Los Angeles making a change here. .34 seconds left in the third. Cornette sets a screen. Hachimura, the pass to Cornette. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the strike.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Washington with the ball. He's got 5. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. That one is off. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. It's Los Angeles up by 8. And all right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Luke Cornett out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point. No dice from the high post.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
Washington outside. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the long J.
That was silky smooth there by Washington. Only takes him a few seconds to lock and load.
Pass to Hachimura. Puts up a three. Sure, from three-point range. And the Lakers lead by 8.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Inside, here's Hardy. And that one is hammered home.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's Doncic. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Martin. And here's Washington. Hachimura covering. Washington against Hachimura. And it's Washington missing. Los Angeles leading by 6. On the wing, Finney-Smith. Here's Mr. Incredible. No good from outside. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Washington. Here's Prosper. Lets the three fly. And it's Cornett with a rebound.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Here's Doncic. Luka! Get off me!
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. And the Lakers will go for a different look here. Williams is checked in for Cornett. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. Connect's checked in for Finney-Smith. And Austin Reeves is subbed in for Doncic. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He told his players, we are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard and we will win this game.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Mr. Incredible passes to Reeves. Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to Connect. Jacks up a three. Knocks down the triple. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, this team is comfortable with Reeves running the show. He's an excellent decision maker.
We've got a minute 48 left in the fourth. Pass to Davis. To stop the run. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got rebound number 7 tonight. Mr. Incredible passes to Reeves. Here's Mr. Incredible. Back to Reeves. Here's Connect. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Lakers.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And what a huge performance it was for Austin Reaves.
He had a surplus of energy tonight, providing defensive help all over the floor and making it seem like they had 6 guys out there instead of 5.
Nice shot by Christie. 27 seconds left in the fourth. On the wing, Reaves. "15 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And they pick up 2. And the Lakers lead by 14.
Yeah, I tell you what, when Reaves is focused in, I mean, he's tremendous.
And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Wins pay the bills, baby.
opportunity for these young athletes.
So true. And who knows, it might not be the last time someone sees this floor.
They don't even know what's coming for them.
Like those kicks, MP?
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. Taking a look at Philadelphia. They're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season. Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Levine. He's out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Bona in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Los Angeles, we've got Jared Vanderbilt. Mr. Incredible is out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Williams. And it's Connect in at the small forward position. Here we are, another night in the NBA, Richard. Always special to be on the floor, isn't it?
Oh, it is a special moment as a broadcaster or a player, Kevin. You never take for granted the chance to be a part of this game. It's the best athletes in the world playing the best game in the world.
Here we go.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Here's Maxey. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And this team is in the middle of an astonishing 28-game winning streak. Yep, 28. No matter when it finally ends, this will have been a historic run for them.
And we're looking at a team that has proven they can win against anyone in this league, even given a variety of factors. It's maybe going out on a stretch to say they've reached an all-time great status. But hey, there's an argument for it.
6 on the shot clock. Shot by Grimes, no good. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. I asked him what plan he had, if any, for Zach LaVine. He said, my focus is making sure he doesn't get any easy shots. We have to contest every attempt. It's about mitigating the damage, not preventing it. So it looks like he'll settle for just making LaVine work as hard as possible. Guys?
Thank you, David. Reeves gets the bucket.
Just so skilled in that screen and roll. I like watching Reeves break down the defense.
Pass to Grimes. Here's Bona. Off target with his 3. So for Philadelphia, their last game, a win against Atlanta. Here's Connect. Up and in on the layup.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your games. Flawless shooting so far.
Here's Maxey. Second chance shot, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Willing that ball in. Tyrese Maxey has a nose for points.
Yabusele, he's checked in for the 76ers. Free throw good, Maxey. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
5 out of 5 to start things off. They certainly seem to be in a good rhythm.
Here's Grimes. Williams with the block. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Shoots the 3.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Here is Mr. Incredible. He's covered by Maxey. Williams, a screen on LaVine. Reeves gets the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. 7-point differential. LaVine for 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
You can see the work LaVine has put in on his three-point shot. He is now a legit threat from deep.
Here is Mr. Incredible. He's covered by Maxey. Now here's Vanderbilt. Fires the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Vanderbilt's got 5.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Here's Yabusele. 7-point differential. Here is Mr. Incredible. Still scoreless. Pass to Vanderbilt. There's a good screen. Connect. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Grimes from downtown and rebounded by Connect.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
And he makes that one.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
The 76ers trail by 9. Maxey kicks to Yabusele. Back to Maxey to the inside. Grimes with the bucket.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here is Mr. Incredible. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Pass to Grimes. Williams with the steal. Here's Connect. Beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big time shot from him there.
Austin Reeves has been on display for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action in just a minute. And so far through he's checked in for the Lakers. Mr. Incredible comes in for Trey Lyles.
Right?
And the 76ers also making a change. Ellis is checked in. To the wing right side. Here's Boone. Pass to Hachimura. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Hachimura out there with Connect. Then it's Williams. Then there's Mr. Incredible. And it's Doncic in at the 2 guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Yabusele. 8 points his last outing. 6 to shoot. Jerome passes to Ellis. And now the fast break. Hachimura with the ball. Doncic dishes to Williams.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
They set the screen. The 76ers with another miss. Lakers leading by 16. Here is Mr. Incredible. Still yet to score. Pass to Connect. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Vanderbilt's checked in for Rui Hachimura. And it's Austin Reeves in for Doncic. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him, and we have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Maxey, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Mr. Incredible, the pass to Vanderbilt. Now, Connect. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Boone. Again, the Lakers.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Doncic is checked in for Connect. And the 76ers also making a change. Oubre is checked in for Yabusele. Here's Maxey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Maxey's got his third basket of the night.
A physical scoring guard, Maxey is at home on the inside.
Pass to Reeves. Now here's Vanderbilt. There's 38 seconds left in the first half. It's up a three. Bean with the rebound. And here's Levine, who brings it up for Philadelphia. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here is Mr. Incredible. And here's Reeves outside. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers taking a 19-point lead into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend? Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuffed between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
I really feel sandwiched between two great debaters. Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Los Angeles Lakers.
This is the kind of selfless effort you love to see. They bought into the game plan. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, guys.
That coaching staff has to be thrilled with what they've seen so far. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Austin Reeves really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Lakers leading by 19, so on the floor for Philadelphia. Levine is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Bona in at the 5. Here's Connect. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
As a junior college product, Dalton Connect, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Here's Connect after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Here's Boone. Drops in the tray. Mr. Incredible's got 5 points so far.
The all-around game of Reeves continuing to develop. You just love that
Pass
pass.
to Grimes. Oubre kicks to LaVine. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The real come at us and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Oubre outside. Pass to Grimes. Off target from three-point range.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Reeves against LaVine.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Nice D from LaVine. Pass to Grimes. Now, here's Maxey. Defended by Boone.
Getting up and finishing. Maxey leaving no doubt.
Lakers leading by 19 points. On the wing, Reeves. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half. Coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hachimura is checked in.
Austin Reeves shows you what can happen with hard work and the right mindset. He hustles hard, and the results, well, they speak for themselves.
Oubre can't get it to go. LA has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Here is Mr. Incredible. He's covered by Maxey. Mr. Incredible can't get it to go. Tries from 10, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Rebound by the 76ers. Maxey's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Fires from deep. Hachimura grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Puts it up from 12, and the bank shot is good. Reeves has got 16.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And some changes here for the Lakers. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Williams. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Connect. .130 left in the third quarter of the game. Launches from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Jerome's got his second basket of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
His first triple of the second half. Can he get it going?
Here's Jerome, covered by Boone. The tray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
From 11 feet away, again, Los Angeles.
That's about as good of a look as you're going to get. Nice execution.
Doncic against LaVine from outside the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. LaVine's got 8 here in the quarter.
This is how LaVine operates. He hunts down shots and then fully commits to his selection.
Mr. Incredible, the pass to Hachimura. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
For Los Angeles, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Butler comes in for Levine. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. The kick out to Walker. There's the three. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Pass to Hachimura. Over Edwards. No good with the elbow jumper. Austin Reeves has been on display for the Los Angeles Lakers. And we'll be back with you shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Los Angeles with some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Connect. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Gabe Vincent. Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Mr. Incredible is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Cornette in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Doncic with the bucket.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Here's Jerome, guarded by Doncic. Here's Yabusele. Good work defensively by Hachimura.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here is Mr. Incredible. Finney-Smith passes to Boone. High post try. Not enough on that one as it misses. The 76ers shooting 41% for the game. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for L.A. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. No good from Finney-Smith. Butler passes to Edwards. Outside Butler. G.A., what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Hachimura finds Doncic. Los Angeles with another miss. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Ellis. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Wow. He got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the 3. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
Here's Grimes after the made shot from Boone. Ellis kicks to Maxey. With the drive. And it's slammed in by Ellis.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And so it's the Lakers with it after the Sixers pick up 2. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Really putting the bigger defender on his heels. I love seeing aggressive finishes like that.
And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. You a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
And it's Bona missing. The Lakers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Austin Reeves.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Here is Mr. Incredible after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Shots good by Mr. Incredible.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Grimes for 3. Oubre. It's rebounded by Doncic. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 15-5 run here. It's deflected. Now, here's Maxey. Guarded by Boone. Outside, Maxey. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. So long.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Another day, another win. Good work. They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragons.
Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Miller is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for the Lakers, Connect is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Williams. And it's Mr. Incredible in at point. Well, Stan, the NBA Cup has been a roaring success. How do you see it evolve through the years now?
Well, I don't know exactly how it'll evolve, but I thought it was a great move by the NBA to give players something to play for before the end of the season.
So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Outside Edwards. The Lakers with a rebound. This is a team that simply refuses to lose. They've won 29 games in a row and want to keep this incredible streak going.
Look, you're talking about some of the all-time great teams in the history of the NBA to have a win streak of this magnitude. Gonna be fun to see if they can add one more here tonight.
Now here's Edwards. He's been an offensive force, averaging close to 34 a game. Reeves against Edwards. Pass to Connect. Williams with the screen. And yep, it's good.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now here's Gobert. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Here's Mr. Incredible. Here's Vanderbilt. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Pass to McDaniels. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down the floor.
Releases. Mr. Incredible. Good. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscles. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Mr. Incredible, no good. Timberwolves trail by 4. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the 76ers played some superb basketball. He ended with 15 points and he was dialed in from long distance. But remember, he also was great on the strike. And while he's certainly been great, so has this team. They're clicking on all cylinders. This looks like a team in sync, BA.
Okay, thanks for that. You know, the impact he had on that game was big.
And it's not easy to point to just one area he made a difference, but his effect was felt all over the place. He was on fire.
And the important thing now is to keep that momentum going. You want a player building on his positive results.
Here's McDaniels, following the score by Los Angeles. Edwards for 3. Williams grabs the board. The Lakers lead by 6. Down low. And Williams punches it home.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Outside McDaniels. Back to Edwards. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Well, that's why you feed Gobert near the rim. He makes the most of those easy opportunities.
Here's Mr. Incredible. DiVincenzo covering. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw no good. And Minnesota with some changes. Huff's checked in for Gobert. Moore comes in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Curry in for DiVincenzo. And so Curry will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 7. Right side McDaniels.
A defensive ace. Jaden McDaniels gets the toughest perimeter assignment every night, using his length, athleticism.
Checked in for McDaniels.
Slow the gas up, Pete. Get in there.
Here's Mr. Incredible. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there with Luke Cornett. Luka Doncic is out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Doncic. Nice finish from Luka.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Here's Moore. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Minnesota again missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Mr. Incredible. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Mr. Incredible's got 5 points.
Now that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
To the inside. Pass to Minot. Miller outside. 6 on the shot clock. An easy 2 on the layup. Miller's got his first points of the game.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
On the wing, Hachimura. Now here's Vanderbilt. Doncic on the wing. Give him 8. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Outside Curry. The 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Curry's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And here's Doncic outside. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Outside Curry. Shakes him. Vanderbilt with the block. Hachimura, the pass to Mr. Incredible. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He wants to review the game plan. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
It was an all-out effort on defense. I mean, they stepped up for one another and helped each other out so well on this end.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Huff. McDaniels comes in for Minot. Edwards, he's checked in for Moore. And it's DiVincenzo in for Curry. Timberwolves trail by 16. Outside McDaniels. Gobert with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
Well, you can't say enough about what he did on defense. 3 blocks and made those shooters very uncomfortable.
Yeah, nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
Mr. Incredible passes to Reeves. Here's Connect. McDaniels covering. Here's Reeves. Edwards pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Edwards so good inside.
And look, Edwards has a lethal pull-up game. It's one of the things that makes him so difficult to guard.
It's good. Mr. Incredible's got 4 points this quarter. There's 6 seconds left in the second period. And Edwards puts up a deep three. No good on the buzzer beater. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for Los Angeles. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West. And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that, Ernie? I sense Shaq getting restless over there.
Hey, my mistake, big fella. Someone put crazy talk on the teleprompter. I was just, going along with it for giggles.
I'm not giggling, Ernie.
Come on, try it. Come on. I bet I can make you giggle.
I'm ticklish, Ernie. I'm ticklish. I don't want to
Come on. And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Lakers.
They've been great on the boards. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to root them out, Shaq.
Tough physical approach. We'll see if adjustments are made on the other side to try and counter that. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it, Shaq?
Yeah, I was asleep. I'm sorry, Ernie.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
On the court for Minnesota. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Miller. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. That one's off. Good on the second one. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. From the arc. Edwards can't hit.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Williams passes to Mr. Incredible. Outside Reeves. Williams on the wing. Here's Mr. Incredible. Counted from distance. Mr. Incredible's got 10. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Edwards looking for an opening, looking to get it going. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Outside Reeves. And here is Williams. Sinks that one from the post. 6 points for him.
and just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Miller outside. Gobert inside. Working on Williams. They get it back. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
You're best to get out of Gobert's way. You don't want to be on the wrong end of that dunk.
And let's take an early look at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. No matter who ends up competing, you know it's going to be a show.
And the best part, B.A., every year we see something different, something new. I can't wait.
You look at Miller. He's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Well, we'll just have to see. But I personally would love seeing him in the dunk contest.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But, of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
The shot by Reeves, no good. Timberwolves trail by 18. Outside Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. The three is up. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a three, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Here's Connect. The three is up. He drops it from range. Connect's got 6.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Miller, the pass to DiVincenzo. All sorts of time. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Here's Mr. Incredible. Again, the Lakers score.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Up. Minnesota making a change here. Jackson is checked in. The Lakers lead by 17. Rui Hachimura is out there with Luke Cornett. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. Back to Hachimura. Off target from outside.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Pass to Huff. Shot clock at 6. Jackson can't get it to go. Los Angeles has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Here's Mr. Incredible. Back to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. From downtown. Minnesota with a rebound. Minot's got 4 rebounds in the game. Jackson on the wing. Back to Curry. Jackson finds Curry. Over Finney-Smith. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Cornett's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Mr. Incredible. Defended by Jackson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Back to DiVincenzo. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Reeves. And that one's good.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Here's Mr. Incredible. DiVincenzo covering. Mr. Incredible, good. Mr. Incredible's got 9 points now in the second half. Edwards, the pass to Miller. Now here's McDaniels. Pass to Miller. DiVincenzo with a screen on Vanderbilt. Back to DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Reeves, the pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Mr. Incredible. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Reeves. This one for three. Knocks it down from distance. Reeves has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Edwards for three. Back to Daniels. Second chance effort. Shot is good, off the back rim and in.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And this will give them win number 32 on the year so far.
They have proven to simply be the better team of the two, winning all 4 games in this season series.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Luka Doncic.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the fourth. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Outside, DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. And that one drops for him. Here's Mr. Incredible. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Oh, from deep. And the three-pointer goes. And the Lakers lead by 21.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. We'll see you next time.
Right, MP. They can't stop you. Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say.
Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
Pete, you got that look in your eye tonight. They better watch out.
Coming up next, the Lakers taking on the Wizards. For Los Angeles, the first half of this season was about putting the league on notice. They've sent a great, clear message that they are not slowing down anytime soon. Wizards, Lakers, coming up next. Don't go anywhere. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Look at the Lakers earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat.
And guys, for the Lakers, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year, and they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
And now Washington's starting group. They've got Chris Middleton. He's out there with Coulibaly. Jordan Poole is out there with Song. And it's Carrington in at the two-guard spot. And for the Lakers, we've got Austin Reeves. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Connect. Then it's Williams. And it's Boone in at the one. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now here's Middleton. Here's Coulibaly. And a miss there on the triple. And it's the Lakers ball. And this is a team making history with every single win. They're coming into this game with 30 consecutive victories. That's right, 30.
Well, I've been super fortunate to be on some teams that have had some great runs, and I know how hard this can be. You can be so talented, you can be so committed, but you also have to have a few things go your way, and right now, everything going their way.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Sarr sets the screen for Poole. Rebound by Williams. Pass to Vanderbilt. Takes a three, and the three is knocked down. Deep ball, good, and a nice shot from Boone. A slow start for Washington in this one. It's a 5-point game. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
Tough thing about that one is they also were playing a poor opponent, so no fire in that game. And that sticks with you a little bit.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Now, Coulibaly. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Magic in Orlando. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. The two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. So it's the Wizards now, after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. 3 on the clock. Here's Coulibaly. Drills it from outside.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here is Mr. Incredible following the three-pointer by Washington. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Pass to Middleton. To the middle. Here's Sarr. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Williams. Los Angeles leading by 5. Connect with it. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And another basket for the Lakers.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Now, here's Poole. Covered by Boone. Middleton on the wing. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Yeah, and going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Carrington. Nice ball movement by Washington. Fires from 14. Sarr's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Wizards trail by 11. Here's Poole, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Whew, highlight reel stuff there from Jordan Poole.
And here's the Lakers. They're on a 14-5 run here. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Boone. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 6 points for him.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And here's Middleton after the three-pointer from Boone. Middleton looking it over. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Now connect. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. Changes for the Lakers. Williams, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Knecht comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Vincent. So the Wizards 5 right now. They've got Jordan Poole. Chris Middleton is out there with Song. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Carrington in at the 2 spot. Song, the pass to Middleton. This one for 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Doncic outside. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Doncic. And they double up Doncic. Here's Williams. The rebound by Middleton. Wizards trail by 4. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Timberwolves was terrific. He scored 21 points, and he capitalized quite a few times from distance, which was huge. It was a memorable moment for him, and I'm sure he thinks he can repeat that effort more consistently from here on out. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt, and I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Every teammate in talking with them before the game says how much faith they have in him. They'll keep getting it to him.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Williams. Vanderbilt comes in for Rui Hachimura. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic. And the Wizards making a change here as well. George is checked in for Coulibaly. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. Fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Carrington, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Pass to Knecht. The shot. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. And so Poole will bring it up for Washington. Trailing by 4. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Reeves the pass to Boone. Over George. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there. Just a gifted scorer.
Poole, no good. Lakers leading by 6. 3-pointer. Knecht. No good. Wizards have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Good work there as it goes. Poole's got 6 points.
Poole cashing in from the shallow end.
Here is Mr. Incredible. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers ahead, leading by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Hey folks, welcome. The Lakers wrap up the first half in what's been a closely contested game so far.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we might be seeing in the dunk contest this year. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Austin Reeves really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
We got a chance to check up on Jalen Williams' status. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Lakers' head athletic trainer. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. It's amazing. He's good to come back into the game. In fact, Kevin, he's already back in the game.
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
Yeah, we always think about when players go down, how terrible a blow it can be for the team. We wish him well and hope he's on the floor quickly.
Mr. Incredible is out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Williams. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Connect in at the small forward position. That's the Laker 5. Wizards trail by 7. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Pass to Coulibaly. Carries it from three-point range. Coulibaly's got 10 points.
Well, when you can score the ball and the defense makes adjustments your way to do that, Poole has to take advantage like that.
Here is Mr. Incredible, guarded by Poole. Here's Reeves. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Washington has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And here's Poole for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Williams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Over to the left wing. Middleton against Vanderbilt. Here's Connect. And the 3 off target.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Middleton against Vanderbilt. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Shaw. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 8 rebounds in this game. Out to the right wing. Here's Boone. From outside, off the mark. Wizards trail by 6. Pass to Middleton. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Shaw. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Lakers with some... Lakers leading by 14. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. George is out there with Bay. Then it's Corey Kispert. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Coulibaly in at the 3 spot. Sanchez passes to Boone. Shoots. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot again. His teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Pass to Coulibaly. Launches it. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Finney-Smith kicks to Boone. Now here is Hachimura. Finney-Smith passes to Cornette. Over Smart. Cornette can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 16. Pass to Coulibaly. Pulls from the top of the key. No good. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here is Mr. Incredible. He's defended by Bay. Shots good by Mr. Incredible.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Williams, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Vanderbilt comes in for Rui Hachimura. Connect, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Austin Reeves in for Doncic. Here's Poole. From the top of the key, he buries it.
You can tell Poole trusts himself completely, gets the ball, and then he immediately takes that shot.
Outside Williams. Reeves outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Here's Poole. A rebound by the Lakers. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Connect. Vanderbilt with it. Reeves outside. Over Middleton. And again, it's the Lakers.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Boone. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Poole, no good. Here are the Lakers. They're on a 12-4 run. Outside Williams. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Connect with it. Shoots. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Austin Reeves.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
No good from outside. And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. Here's Carrington. The Wizards with another miss. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-4 run right now. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Connect. And here is Vanderbilt. Here's Connect. Now Reeves. It's good from long range.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Surprisingly loud crowd tonight. This should be a good one.
We know MP came ready to play.
Looking sharp, MP.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
To hear Skylar Cole singing the national anthem before today's contest. From 2K Sports to everyone out there, welcome and Happy New Year. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Looking now at the lineup for the teams tonight, some names out of action.
Over the course of a long season, injuries will happen, but still there's plenty of time left. The NBA season is really about who can endure the injuries.
And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Connect, Steven Adams out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Austin Reeves, and it's Mr. Incredible in at the point. And for Oklahoma City, Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. Bol out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Williams in at the 3. And with New Year's Day upon us, Grant, what goes through your mind as a player?
Wow. Another new year, new possibilities. Time to put it in gear as the NBA action heats up. Teams that survive this stretch run start to become real contenders.
Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. And of course, MP has made it known he expects an all-star nod this season. And any matchup that challenges his spot, he's going to take very seriously.
We know MP's got game, and he's been talking lately about becoming the best player in his conference. So far, he's been up to par on that goal, doing some impressive things out on the floor. Now, I do think MP's got another gear he hasn't yet reached, but if he does, he might just slide himself into the top spot in the conference.
And it's Connect missing. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Here's Adams. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I'll tell you, Steven Adams is a load on the block. That frame makes him an impossible check.
Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, B.A., this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
So it's the Lakers now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Reeves with a screen on Williams. Connect. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Pass to Bol. Outside, Williams. Here's Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Off target with the 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Reeves. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. So it's Oklahoma City now. They trail by 1. The Lakers beat them last time when these two met in Los Angeles.
They lost the battle of the second units the last time these teams played and lost the game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Against Brooklyn, he was really on his game. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Los Angeles making a change here. Hachimura's checked in. Here's Mr. Incredible. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. That one falls.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Wizards was outstanding. He scored 17 points, and in terms of his shooting, well, mistakes and bad selections were few and far between. So he just poured more fuel on his team's fire and helped them continue this winning streak, a streak they're hoping doesn't end here. Guys?
Yeah, Ali, he put forth a commanding performance and led the charge for his squad.
Yeah, it's clear this guy is unafraid. He relishes the opportunity to take over for his team.
I think he's got to find the appropriate balance between not forcing it and not settling.
And we've got word on some action happening in the Eastern Conference. Shams, what's the latest?
Thank you, B.A. With anticipation leading up to the trade deadline, the Hornets front office has not been idle. They scooped up Lauri Markkanen, and he's going to be a significant perimeter threat for this team. His career has accelerated through his 20s, and so has that confidence in shooting from range and playing all over the floor. And combine that with his size and rebounding, it's easy to see how big of an asset he'll be for this new coaching staff.
Always something going on, and we appreciate the update, Shams. Thanks. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. That one no good. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. The Thunder have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Here's Dort. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
On the wing, Reeves. Pass to Connect. Fires for 3. Hits a three-pointer. He's got 5.
Well, Rui Hachimura has a chance to set up a teammate, and look at the delivery. Well done.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Honestly, I don't know how he pulled that off.
The Lakers making a change here. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Here's Wiggins. Caruso outside. Fires the 3. Adams grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 13. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. Aaron Wiggins out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City.
Well, there are times where the court vision gets questioned, but Rui Hachimura, the delivery, sets up his teammate. Really well done.
Caruso, the pass to Dort. Hachimura against Wiggins. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, the Lakers. And this team has been just incredible, assembling a 31-game winning streak, and with no signs of slowing down anytime soon. We are watching history in the making, folks.
Look, at the end of the day, this team, of course, wants to win an NBA championship when it's all said and done. And you know that's what they have their sights on. But it is so nice to enjoy the hype and accolades of a team that is right now steamrolling through the entire league in this incredible stretch. Wow, this has been an amazing thing to watch.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Bol, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Caruso. Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers. Reeves comes in for Luka Doncic. Mr. Incredible, good. Mr. Incredible's gotten his second bucket on the night.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
So it's Oklahoma City now, after the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Outside for Dort. Shot clock at 6. Back to Bol. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Vanderbilt pulls it in.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Pass to Adams. Out of bounds. The Thunder will take it. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at Oklahoma City, they stalled a little bit, looking to get something started and make a move up the ladder.
You know, for the Lakers, they understand how good they truly are. One of their biggest challenges, don't get complacent down the stretch.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Bowl with it. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Hartenstein, no good. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Mr. Incredible. He's guarded by Caruso. Mr. Incredible, no good. Outside, Williams. "13 feet out." That shot missing. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Los Angeles. They lead by 18. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Halftime is here. And what better way to tip it off than to analyze the latest news on the trade front?
An intriguing move for them. Landing Markkanen. Man, he'll help that space that they create on the floor. He'll open up the offense, and he could be a nice piece that they can keep for a long time.
Yeah, he's certainly grown since he came into the league. Teams have to guard him. And I'll tell you one thing about Markkanen, Kenny.
What's that?
He can finish. You get it? He's from Finland.
Oh, Finland.
And he can finish.
Yeah, that was deep.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Seems like they can't miss. Just rolling offensively, getting whatever they want.
You haven't heard this in a while, fellas. SLN, Shaq-like numbers. When you're doing that, it means dominance.
That's exactly what I was going to say. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year's to all of you as we continue our broadcast. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
On the court for the Lakers, we've got Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there with Connect. Austin Reeves out there with Steven Adams. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
Thunder trail by 18. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Hartenstein a screen. Dort against Reeves. Outside, Williams. Off target from three-point range. And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So a moment now to see the story for Isaiah Hartenstein.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Bull. And already halfway through the year, let's see how the West is stacking up. Taking a look at the Lakers, they've been outstanding thus far, claiming the top spot in their conference. And of course the Thunder, not posing much of a threat right now.
Looking at Oklahoma City, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Outside, Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot from the low post is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now emerged into a superstar, and on nights like this, guys, he's unstoppable.
Mr. Incredible passes to Vanderbilt. Here's Mr. Incredible. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Los Angeles shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. The Thunder making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And that one misses.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
The shot by Dort, no good.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Vanderbilt, no good. Thunder trail by 21. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. And out of bounds, the Lakers will take it. Oklahoma City, Jang, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Caruso comes in for Williams, and Topic is subbed in for Dort. We've got Topic. Alex Caruso is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Jang in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, following the score by the Lakers. Tries it from 16. Good on the shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
On the wing, Hachimura, hounded by Wiggins. Hachimura, the pass to Mr. Incredible. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Thunder trail by 18. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Hoop poked away. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a 3.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Adams checked in for Cornette. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. Connects checked in for Finney-Smith. And Reeves is subbed in for Doncic. Dort against Reeves. Shot clock at 5. And he gets it to go from the high post. And the Lakers lead by 17.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
The Lakers lead by 17. Here's Mr. Incredible. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort against Reeves. Tries a 10-footer. Oh, the Thunder tack on 2 more.
You can just see the development of Lou Dort's game. Gets himself into that in-between area and makes it look easy.
Here's Mr. Incredible. No good with the triple. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. Dort for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Mr. Incredible. Outside Reeves. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Connect. And there's the screen. Clock at 4. Here's Mr. Incredible. And again, the Lakers, no good. Outside, Williams. 3-pointer. And Reeves pulls it down. Los Angeles leading by 15.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Lakers.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And they notch another win, number 34 of the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Rui Hachimura.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
And here are the Thunder now, following the score by Los Angeles. And here's Caruso outside. Buries it from 3.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
And Doncic has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Cornette. And the shot goes in. And the Lakers lead by 16.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Topic. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession here. .29 seconds left in the game. Wiggins, no good. Here's Mr. Incredible.
Come around.
Clock at 6. Puts it up from 17. No good there. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Good game, man.